October is here, or almost here depending on when I get this video out, and would you believe it, LEGO's about to release a bunch of new sets at the beginning of the month. Again, it feels like it's going to be every month at this point. When will it end? Hopefully never. Looks like we're getting about 23 sets totaling just over $2,000, but a quarter of that is the Sail Barge and another quarter of that is Wednesday and Wicked, so there's really a smattering this month. It's actually the month of things that are popular in arts and media, but don't necessarily appeal to me personally, like the Mona Lisa, one of the most popular art pieces of all time. Fortnite, one of the most popular games of all time. Wicked, a very popular musical. Return of the Jedi was pretty popular probably, and Disney is a popular franchise. Christmas is a popular holiday. Can you tell I'm reaching at the end here? Today we're playing construction worker, not in the sense that I typically build stuff, in the sense that we're building up these LEGO designers through complimentary and constructive criticism. Because of the small number of sets coming out this month, we are going to say at least one nice thing about each of these sets. Let's start with one that's sure to be controversial, in the sense that it costs too much money. It's $500. That's a ridiculous amount of money for any set, but it is huge. And one thing that jumps out about this set immediately is it is huge. And also they got the shape really right, I think. I love the interior, I love the minifigure selection, I don't care about Princess Leia. Overall, it's nice. It does not feel worth $500 though. I do love Arabesh Easter eggs, and on these two signs we got Womp Rat Stew and Bantha Roast. That's fun. Otherwise, yeah, it's big, it's expensive, it's pretty, and it will sell well because it's LEGO Star Wars, at least well enough that LEGO can expect it to do. And so I'm going to put it in a good build will sell. Can you tell what the categories are doing here? Let's keep going. Also, this comes out on the 3rd, so it's not going to clutter up the line of other people trying to get these sets releasing on the 1st. I think that's a good idea, and I think LEGO's going to do that more in the future. Sticking with Star Wars, Imperial Dropship for $40. I don't care about any other aspect of this set. The dropship itself probably looks bad from what I've heard, and I don't want to stir the pot. I'll agree with other people, but it has 3 stormtroopers in it. That's all I need. The rest is fine too. Also, is this the last 25th anniversary minifigure, and it's the representative of that, the kit, the cat, the QT, KT, that droid. So yes, this one, good build because we're being constructive, and it will sell. To me, specifically. The holidays are quickly approaching. Did you get your advent calendars yet? They came out last month, and they will sell out before the end of 2025. Those things stick around a while. This is the next entry in the Winter Village collection, Santa's Post Office, for $100. It feels, correct me if I'm wrong, it feels smaller than the previous Village collection sets. Is that just me? I like the subject matter. That's fine and cool. Do they show a side? Okay, here we go. Kind of in a small side by side, the previous 3 winter collection sets and this one, it feels littler. I don't know. Maybe Santa is downsizing also. Maybe the North Pole isn't even immune to inflation. Maybe the hot air balloon is a reference to inflation, or maybe the hot air balloon is a reference to future Jules Verne sets coming soon. I'm probably the only person to have made that connection, aren't I? Also, Santa's delivery truck for $20. This just should have been included with the other set, right? It's small, it's an extra 200 pieces. Also, I'm just excited to see that LEGO can come up with even more ways to make a Christmas tree, because every year we get different. It's cute, it's fine, it's great. 20 bucks, yeah, buy it. Oh, here, Winter Village, I'm going to buy that. I buy them all. I'm gonna buy that little tree. And am I going to buy a little poinsettia flower? Of course, we're in the era of LEGO making decorative Christmas sets. Botanicals have been selling well. This set feels natural. Ironically. I've been saying LEGO needs to make poinsettias for years. I've been telling my family, I've been telling the cashier at the grocery store. I've been yelling it out the window when I see a dog walker walking by, and somehow LEGO still didn't credit me on the creation of this set. Fun fact, poinsettias are actually tropical flowers. They just happen to bloom in wintertime, so don't actually keep them outside in the cold weather, but these LEGO flowers, they'll last all year round, even though your wife will say, well, why don't we put these away with the rest of the Christmas decorations, and then we can just take them out instead of keeping them around year round. And then I say, did you know, fun fact, poinsettias are actually tropical flowers. They just happen to bloom in winter time, and apparently the fun in fun facts is sometimes subjective. Also, is it poinsettia or poinsettia? I don't know. This is the leaf parts pack. It's a winter wreath with plenty of customizable options for $100. I think it looks quite nice, even though a lot of these leaves, they say more deciduous than coniferous tree to me, but that's just me, I'm sure. The end result does look very nice. Also, I think LEGO's missing the opportunity to have the first ever scented bricks with these little cinnamon sticks and orange peel pieces. I think there's something here. LEGO, let's talk. Or I should tell the grocery store cashier. Anyway, I think these are good builds that probably will sell, and I will probably pick up the poinsettias myself. Let's talk Fortnitely, which is about how often I upload. I'm busy, guys. Let's talk Fortnite. We got a battle bus, a peely bone, a llama, and a burger. I am more excited about this battle bus than I should be. It's $100. It have a bunch of figures, which are awesome. I don't care about the game. I've played like 2 rounds total in my life. I just like the weirdness, the aesthetic of this. This feels like a Vimeo, what was that theme called? I'm gonna say these sets are having the video theme effect on me, not because I want it to get canceled after a short period of time, but because the pieces are large and colorful and strange and out there, and the builds still seem fun, so I want these inexplicably. Maybe that's how Fortnite has worked this whole time. Maybe I just like balloons because they make me think of Jules Verne. Probably actually more of that. Peely Bone for $100. I find this build a little unnerving and not at all appealing. I don't love the idea of an anthropomorphic banana in the first place, but then when you add a skeletal structure and intestines, do you know where the intestines lead to? I don't want those out of Lego. Again, Battle Bus, a good build, it will absolutely sell. Peely Bone, a good build, and it will also absolutely sell. Not to me. There's also 2 little ones, a little llama. I don't actually know what this dude does in the game, but the build is very cool. I tried to watch a video to figure out what this guy does in the game, and I'm just way too old for that style of editing. I had to go take a nap. I guess he gives you loot. That makes sense. This little Durburger, I think it's a character from Fortnite. I don't know about the theme. I want it just because it's cheap and it's like a burger, and I like the look of it. Maybe I'm hungry. Again, these will sell. I might buy that burger myself. You know what else will sell? Minecraft. Baby Pig's having a birthday. I like any Minecraft sets better when they're not play sets. Maybe the set just appeals to me because my birthday is tomorrow at the time of making this video. Please forego any actual physical presents. If you want to get me something, leave a comment down below and tell me which of these new sets you're planning to buy. I did ask my 7-year-old what he thought about this set, and he said, well, that's so cool. Can we get it? How much is it? And I said, 20 bucks. And I said, does he want to use his money to buy it? And he said, no, he's saving up for a VR headset on which he will ironically play Minecraft. I added that last part. This is a good build. It absolutely will sell. I promise some of these will go in different categories. This won't be one of them. The Magic of Disney for $100 is a LEGO Ideas set based on this set. Yes, we can compare the two, but not spend too much time on it. The original Idea set looks better. I'm a huge Disney fan. I'm a bigger Disney fan probably than I am a Jules Verne fan, and I'm a huge Jules Verne fan, but there's something off about Mickey here. They needed to get one thing right about this set, and it was Mickey's face, and they didn't. At least I haven't seen a single angle from which this figure is flattering. The figure selection is fine. It's a neat little display piece, and I think plenty of people will buy it just because it is Disney, but that one's not for me. So it's a good build. Nope, it's a build. But it will sell. Means interesting build. I'm not being critical. Interesting was just too long to put in the box. Another set from a popular IP that's large and displayable, appeals to adults, and is $100 or just over $100. Got a bit of a theme here across these different themes here. About this set, I have almost nothing negative to say. I think it's beautiful. I think mechanics are a lot of fun. We said in the last Mickey set that I can't see an angle that it looks good from. This set also angle. Hold on. Look, this one only looks good from one angle. It's the front. And they show all the mechanics in the back. I think that's super cool. I like seeing the technical parts of that. It's gonna be on a shelf against the wall anyway. The legs move, it runs, and the tongue. It looks beautiful, has cool features. Nothing bad to say, except for the fact I'm not buying it personally, but it is a good build and it absolutely will sell. I should have ordered these differently. In case you can't tell, all these builds are good or at least interesting, and most of them I think will sell pretty well, including the Batmobile. This is the vintage Batmobile from the Adam West, what was it, in the 50s back then. I wasn't even that big of a fan of this car. I'm not even that big of a Batman fan, and I want this a lot. It's just so interesting looking, and I know how much fun these big car builds can be, and so sure, make it out of a very popular IP-ized car and I'll take it. Sure, there's a lot of fun touches and little references and stuff in here, but I want it. But I'm not gonna get it, at least not right away. It will sell though. Speaking of putting things in a different category, I don't care how much you dislike Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know why you would want his head displayed on a spike in your home office. Remember we mentioned unflattering angles before? I don't know who this set is for, at least not for that price. I was a huge Sonic fan. I was Sonic for like 7 years in a row for Halloween when I was a kid, but back then they weren't really diagnosing as many things as they do now, so that didn't seem that weird. At least make it Sonic's head first or Tails's. See, that one has an interesting build, and I don't think it's going to sell well. Mon ami. Mon ami. So it's undoubtedly a very cool looking art piece. I think the original style was in Renaissance style, and this one's looks more Art Deco abstract with her face. Still, undoubtedly super cool to be made out of Lego. Do people want this in their home? I don't. Someone might. This is my favorite piece of art by a Ninja Turtle, and you know that little smirk she has? Some say she's smirking because she got away with a terrible crime. I think she was framed. The build is excellent. I don't think many people are going to buy it. I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm sure LEGO did some research. I still don't know. These sets are wicked, man, and I mean that as a noun, not an adjective. Look, I got nothing against wicked. I like musicals more than most, but I prefer ones with either Hugh Jackman or Gerard Butler in them. I am aware this is a hugely popular musical, so I'm going to say at least one nice thing about each of these builds. Let's go. Welcome to Emerald City for $100. That's a high entry fee. Oh, this witch reminds me of that witch in the late great movie ride in Disney's MGM Studios, and that is a happy memory for me. I said one nice thing about each of these sets, and that technically counts. Alfalfa and Glinda figures, the builds themselves, beautiful, magnificent, those cool dresses, very cool looking build techniques. I don't know who wants these dolls. Also that big cool window piece behind them. Also, look at all these fun little accessories. That's a lot of good things I said about that one. Glinda and Alphaba's dormitory, not the only dormitory we're going to see today. This one, little dollhouse look. I'm gonna say the nice thing is that I like little Lego built things that are like little real life things, like that little, what's a perfume bottle or something. I'm sure that's significant to Wicked, but I like those little builds. And this one, Glinda Elphaba Nessarose at Shiz University. I'm not gonna make fun of any of those words. This one, look at that boat in that, what is that, like the salmon color? That is a compliment. I'm being complimentary while I say that. All these builds also have like a QR code, which they've hidden away until you buy the actual set. They've got something blocking it in all the promotional shots. I'm curious about what those QR codes do. Not curious enough to buy these sets or do any more research than those, what I've just said right now. That's it, I'm stopping there.
These are tough to categorize.
There, people will buy things that look like little opening dollhouse things. Otherwise, this is a promotional, I don't. And finally, it's Wednesday, my dudes. TGIW, am I right? Full transparency. I'm recording this on a Saturday. Also full transparency. There's some like little gray leaf pieces that are transparent in this build. That one's fun. Something nice. I like the little accessory builds in this one as well. Also the dresses in this one are built well. I think I used both of those before. Let's go with look at those cool angled little gate area. I like that. That set was $50. This set is $90. We're going to say nice things about it. The gargoyles are great. They remind me of that show, Gargoyles. I like those twisty columns. This is a slightly morbid way to store away your unused mini dolls, but I guess that fits the theme. And this juxtaposition, mon ami, I don't know what that means. I know what juxtaposition means, and I love it, and I love its use here. Like, that can't be more juxtaposed than those two rooms and that window. Those two I think are beautifully built. I don't know who's buying them. And finally, we will say something nice about these brickheads.